Good afternoon. It's a C7, the HOA Homesteader. And today I'm going to be repotting a couple of plants that I grew from seed. One of which came from a lemon that I believe to be a Meyer's lemon. I would have loved to have gotten a cutting, but I did not. So I did save some of the seeds because it was the most juiciest lemon I have ever tasted. And I kept the seeds, dried them out, planted it, and this is what I got thus far after about 2 months, 2.5 months. And it's in a nice little peekaboo cup. And look at this, folks. You see all those roots? It's time for some repotting. And I did the same thing with the passion fruit that I found in the lake while I was fishing. And this too has some successful roots. So I'm gonna repot that also. What I decided to use for the repotting is what I've always been using. Some topsoil, some potting mix, and some black cow manure. And can't forget some perlite. And because the Meyer lemon is a tree, I may even add some peat moss or cocoa coir to the bucket that I'm going to put this in. Haven't really decided yet, but it wouldn't help to have one or both of those two items because this is a tree. Well, I already put in some of the topsoil. Now I need to put in the other items. Let me go get me some buckets to put them in. So, we grab a bucket, a 5/8 paddle drill bit, a drill. I'm put some drainage holes in these buckets. I put 4 around the sides, just a little bit off the bottom. That way they can retain some moisture. And every now and then, I may even put a hole in the bottom. But today, I'm just putting it around the sides. Light and boat. A lot cheaper than the name ran. Found it on eBay. I got my buckets filled. It's still early in the afternoon. I think I want to wait until a little bit later in the early evening or evening time before I actually transplant them into these buckets. I like doing it in the evening or way early in the morning. So, while I got a couple of hours on my hand, I think I'm gonna run out to the firehouse up, find me some more buckets, because I got other stuff that's coming up pretty fast, and I need buckets to put it in. So, if you want to be a container gardener, this is the way to go. One thing about the container gardener, you can take them out, you can bring them in, out in the sunlight, move them to a shaded area, in and off your patio or your greenhouse or whatever you may have. It helps out a lot. Because I built a stand, you can see it through the screen, to put the buckets in. After building this, I had 2 tomato plants and 2 bean plants in the top row. But they started turning yellow, so I have to bring those back onto the patio. I'm trying to get them back green again. And I got some good advice from Lady Linda T-Nog, the New Orleans gardener. And she told me that after they start looking healthy again, when I reintroduce them to the natural sunlight, direct sunlight, do it in increments. 1 hour one day, 2 hours the next, 4 hours the next, and so on. So thanks to you, Miss Linda, I'm following that advice. And these are our plants. Yeah, they're growing. We got beans growing already. I don't want them to get halfway through and die. So I'm going to do exactly what you told me to do. It's one of the other things I'm working on today. Well, these are some seeds I planted. On this side of this planter is cucumbers. I just planted those day before yesterday, a couple of days ago. Those I planted a while ago, and they have not broken through the soil. The opposite side is squash. So those 2 plants are yellow squash, and this one hasn't broken soil. And on this side, surprisingly, I just dropped some watermelon seeds just a couple days ago also, and already one of them sprouted. And this is just watermelon that I got from the store. It's a start. Let's see what I can do with that. All right, it's the evening time. Time to finish transplanting these 2 plants. Starting with the passion fruit. Now once again, look at the roots. The peekaboo cup does satisfy your curiosity. seed I got from a Meyer lemon. Look at that root system. Oh yeah. Soak these down with some good rainwater. And that's it, folks. This has been C7, the HOA Homesteader. And I'll get back with you. And remember, just because you may live in a HOA doesn't mean that you can't grow food